The older I get, the easier I find to let things go. It's true. Am I saying that I'm a quitter? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I'm a quitter. I'm saying that I'm learning that I know when to quit. And there's nothing wrong with that, people. Being a winner does not mean that you go out and just grab things and let go. Because some of the things that you grab, you have no business putting your hands on. Being a winner does not mean that I'm going to get up and everything that I go after, I'm going to have. Because see, some of you people that are going out here preaching manifesting got to be careful about what you say. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Some of these people that are going out here talking about manifesting and talking about things, talking things to existence, you got to be careful what you say, because your audience is interpreting what you're saying. Some of those people are interpreting things the wrong way. So when you talk about manifesting, you got to choose your words wisely, because you got some folks that are out there that are assuming, anything I want, I can go get. And you don't, and you got to be careful what you say when you tell them that. Because you got some people that are going to get up this morning and they're going to go out and figure that every single thing they put their hands on they can have, and that's not the way that this thing works now. There's an art to this thing, okay? There's an art. There's a process, okay? Yes, there's certain things you can have, but hey, with great privilege comes great responsibility. You can't just get up and say, I'm going to go out and get XYZ because I want it. You might get what you want, but once you get what you want, then you realize you might not want what you've got. Okay? But yeah, sometimes you got to know when to quit. And I have no problem with that. And I've learned that with people, because I've learned to accept the fact that everybody doesn't think the way I think. Everybody doesn't feel the way I feel, because I realize I'm not perfect, and I realize that I'm a work in progress. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said project. There's a reason for that. Spirit tell me later on. I'm a work in progress, and that's the way it's going to be. And that's another thing in regards to aging, because I'm going to talk about that in another audio. I've noticed that I've gotten older. The older I get, I notice that some people figure that they are no longer a work in progress. I don't know where they're getting that from. Oh, society. Thank you, Spirit. And that they don't need any work done as far as their spirit or their bodies. Well, I beg to differ. That's the way I feel that way. And there are some people that feel like because I'm constantly doing things and constantly making changes that I'm immature. Yeah, y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Do you hear me? There are some people that I was formerly associated with, because I ain't associated with them no more, that feel because I'm constantly doing things to level up and make changes and make my life better, because I'm a certain age and I'm constantly making these changes to do better things, that I'm immature. Because I'm making changes. Yeah, they're jealous. They're jealous because they don't have it in them to do. Don't want to have it in them to do. Because I'm not doing the same thing I was doing 10 years ago. Because I'm not in the same place that I was 10 years ago. Because it's not the same. I'm immature. Okay, well, call it what you want. Those people I've decided to quit associating with. And if I'm required to because of a familiar tie, I do it on a very limited basis. Very limited. I ain't breaking my neck to talk to them or associate with them. And once they get into that conversation, oh, I remember back when, and then start talking about your broken life, oh, I cut the conversation off quick. I gotta go. Try to cloak it in some kind of, oh yeah, you're blessed now, but I remember back when, and then start going into this whole thing about, oh, I remember when you didn't have this. Yeah. So you got to be careful of those kind of people, because those people are really, they have sinister intentions. That's a demon. Be careful of those people. I talked about that before. Oh, yeah, you're doing better now, but I remember back when you had so-and-so going on, and everything that they talk about in your past, all of a sudden they're bringing up all these little negative things. They're trying to bring your energy down because they're going through some negative shit, see? They're not trying to encourage you. They'll turn around and try to say, oh, yeah, you're being blessed now, but. See, here comes the but. Those are the type of people you need to quit. So what you do is you say, oh, well, you know what, I got to get back to work, or, I'm getting ready to go out the door, or I got something cooking on the stove, I need to check on it, oh, I was about to get in the shower, oh, I got to cut this grass before the sun goes down, oh, I was on the way to the car wash, oh, I got a doctor's appointment, I got a hair appointment, oh, the baby's crying, oh, the dog needs a walk. You got to go. Pull yourself away from that energy. Jealousy. You're happy, they're not. You got to quit these people. There's nothing wrong with quitting. See, winners know when to quit. How about that? Let me say that again. Winners know when to quit. They're trying to say the quitters never win. That's a lie. Okay? Talk about quitters never win. That's a lie. Winners know when to quit. How about that? As a matter of fact, I have it on my feed somewhere. Winners know when to quit. And those of you who follow my channel, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Winners know when to quit. I'm not going to have this be a long one. But yes, as you go through life and you develop a stronger relationship with your higher power, and you learn how to deal with people, and you run into situations and people and places and things, you'll know when to quit. And you'll become stronger and better. You're still a winner. Don't be one of these people that's out here always got to go out the door and you got to get, because you're going to wind up coming home with a handful of stuff that you got, and then you realize it's a whole bunch of stuff that you shouldn't even put your hands on. And you're going to wind up worse than you did before we walked out the door. And all that wasted energy, and you done brought a whole bunch of garbage in your house. No, that does not make you a winner, people. It doesn't. It doesn't make you a winner because you went out and got a whole bunch today. In some cases, it makes you a fool because you didn't know when to quit. Winners know when to quit. And that's what I'm learning. So I hope you learn that lesson too. So with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Peace to you all.